Let's get it.
Dropping!
We're coming. Oh, I can't stop laughing. So how many people can you find parking for at our local? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. Now that's 6 cars completely rammed in one little lay-by. This bit doesn't count, and if you're going to park in there, you're more likely going to get stuck. Farmer's Gate, I think we know that one, and the same goes for this one. I mean, you can't block Farmer's Gates. The most popular place to park for the locals would normally be in here, but obviously there is another gate there which is leading to the fire roads, so I guess this is somewhere where you're not allowed to park either. So this is the back entrance to the local. You see there's tire marks here, that's because loggers use this as well. And again, the signs. Till Hill, that is the company of the forestry. They have CCTV in operation. No unauthorised personnel. All these signs, all to tell you as a rider or as a person that you'll be trespassing, you'll be caught on camera. Well, there are no cameras. Unfortunately,
I fixed it.
this is a public right of way. Now I've got into mountain biking only the last 5 years, and there's been many disputes over where you can build, what you can build, and where the public right of ways are. I don't know much about this subject, but here are my Googled rules. So rules are public right of ways. The right of ways are primarily designed to benefit horse riders, although in practice they are used more frequently by hikers and cyclists, who are also allowed by law to use them. So here you can see, this is our local, and these are the right of ways. Now you can see that I've blanked out the name of this place. Now, we learned this lesson. We initially annoyed some of the locals. I understand this point completely when they said it, but at the time I was naive, and you learn as you go along. Contacted us and said, look, we don't want the name splashed about the place. Give you one clear reason. The parking down there is horrendous. We don't want every Tom, Dick and Harry from all over the place riding these trails. Understandable. So rule number 1, do not name where your locals are. So bridleways, can I walk on a bridleway? Absolutely. Can I take my horse on a bridleway? Clearly, yeah. Can I cycle on a bridleway? Yes. Can they stop me from cycling on a bridleway? Absolutely not. And does the bridleways run through? Absolutely. I see it as Till Hill, and the police have a bit of a problem. They can't stop us using the bridleways, and the only tool they have at the moment is obviously COVID. Now the police were here yesterday, you might have heard. Panicking, young men panicking. Lads, you're not allowed to ride these woods. Shock, you're not allowed to ride it. I know you lads that are complaining are locals. Locals have been riding it for ages. In land you can't ride. Well, it's just become news to these guys that they're not allowed to ride here. And the Guzzlers and everybody else that rides here, we're all taking a risk. Obviously, we will not be venturing off of the bridle paths because you're not allowed. But the last 5 years, we've not been allowed. So the representative and the police, they didn't come into the woods. They stayed on the exits. And anybody that left within the hour or so they were there, they told them not to come back. They weren't allowed to ride here and to stay away from the place. If they come back and they're found on private property, they will be fined. I mean, it's been here for 25 years and they've had their problems. We know of a few locals that have been down this road before and they leave and eventually they come back because no one wants to police this. No one wants to. So where does mountain biking and the forestry, our local, go from here? Trespassers! They'll lie you! 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What's the rest of the maths there, Mud?
14, 16.
18, 20, 22, 24, 26. 2,600 quid to the forestry. When one goes, the rest of you follow. This is why we have a problem here. So welcome to flat side, main side. I believe this is where it might have all begun. I don't know. Like I said, we've only been doing it 5 years, and there are plenty of bridleways on this side. As that sign suggests, you can go that way, you can go that way, or you can go back that way. Telling anybody to go and ride these trails, you're not permitted to. This has been made clear now yesterday. Now, anybody that does is at your risk, your own risk, and you may be fined £200 for riding on these awesome trails that the local riders have been building you. Don't ride the awesome trails. Don't even look at the awesome trails. Just walk on the pathways and ride the bridleways. Stay away from the fun. I mean, bridleways are fun anyway, aren't they? You get a lot out of bridleway. The nature, you can see deer in here. You even get hunts through here, but we won't talk about that. So main line goes down there, goes all the way up through there, and you got enduro over here that pops down just over there. So again, this pathway leads right the way through the middle of the trails and all the way back down to the bottom gate. We are at a local, we can exercise here. Everybody can exercise here. Now, speaking from a personal point of view and what MTB does for me, and I think I can speak on behalf of all the BURT Guzzlers, is it gives me a sense of purpose, healthy activity, it gives me something to do, keeps me mentally sound, and keeps you on the right path, the bridleway path. Staying on the right path, I guess, is what you all have to do. Till Hill, whoever the landowner is, the loggers and the police, how do they police the situation? Well, it's worked well at Calf Side, it's worked well at OP, and they have very good contacts with the loggers and the authorities, and they permit them to build as long as they follow a set of rules. Now, the problem is when there's rules, that means there has to be somebody locally to police these rules. That's most certainly not the job for me. And it's not the job for the BURT Guzzlers. Perhaps there is somebody watching this video right now that thinks, I want that responsibility and I want that role. So if there's anybody brave enough out there to organise that and take on that responsibility, go for it. You'll be saving the local. Do locals go elsewhere and tell people about these trails? Absolutely. Of course they do. Are we the only place where people come to find out about these local trails? No. Do people watch it and think, where are these locals? Yeah, we get messages all the time. Do we reply to them? No. Why? Because the locals have asked us not to. Enjoy your mountain biking, enjoy your rides, enjoy your locals and what they have to offer you. Get some fresh air and some exercise. Don't stay in your box, take a few risks, live life, love it. I do. You will as well, Maz, won't you?
Yeah.
Reckon you'll be riding here in 25 years? Well, we'll have to see about that, mate. So, where do the BURT Guzzlers go from here? Well, like this place has done for the last 25 years, when it gets hot, we lay off it. You lay off it and you might find it just disappear. And I think you're going to find that after lockdown anyway. I'm going to make a prediction. After lockdown, this place is going to be quiet like it was after the first lockdown, like it was before that. No one likes the push-up. The push-up's too steep. Unless you've got an e-bike. I mean, if you've got an e-bike, there's better places to be and there's better places to go and that have ample parking. Now, I'm not going to disclose where our local is. I think that's a bad idea, and I think people have been doing that while they've been pointing the finger and they've been saying overexposure and all this stuff. Well, we've never titled it. So one of them read, overexposure has caused, they said what the actual name was, to be shut down. Telling everybody, by the way, here it is. Here's the secret place. A massive uptake in people joining the local page because it's been announced. It's been announced. So don't say the name, it's a mistake. We've made that mistake, like I said at the very beginning. So do we apologise for making our videos? Absolutely not. and we will continue to make them. So thanks for watching and for subscribing, and please keep on subscribing, and we will always continue to give you more MTB content. Cheers. Well, one thing for sure, a little scare tactics yesterday actually worked.